throw parties.
Sure, he
Right?
famously threw his white party
Bro,
out.
he would throw a party. One point, I went to Philly, followed him all the way to Philly. He threw a party, and he said, "Yo, Playboy, this party costs $1.5 million
to throw.
I'm like, "You are out of your mind." And I said, "Puff, I'll throw you a party for $400.
Diddy is famous for many things, one of them being the lavish parties he throws. But Jamie Foxx had the unique pleasure of throwing a party for the Bad Boy Records founder for cheap. But that did come at a cost. During his chat on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, the Oscar-winning actor tells the story about coordinating a party for Diddy, then known as Puff Daddy, back in the early 2000s. It all started when Foxx used to film the rapper-producer partying in Los Angeles. What the comedian witnessed during these parties is said to be the root cause of why he is fighting for his life right now. Diddy threw a party and said, "Yo, Playboy, this party cost $1.5 million, Foxx recalled, which prompted him to offer to host a party for the music mogul for only $400. The record executive didn't believe him at first, but took him up on his offer, and Foxx made it happen. "I called up 200 of the coolest people," he said. Among the partygoers were Missy Elliott, Pharrell Williams, and Jay-Z. When Diddy arrived at the party, which took place at Foxx's spacious mansion, he was impressed. Foxx told Diddy he had Kentucky Fried Chicken on a beautiful plate and Coca-Cola in a pitcher. Even more impressive was the total cost of the shindig. "We're at $208 and we are killing it right now," said Foxx. At the party, Foxx also met a then-unknown rapper with a busted jaw named Kanye West. It was there he recorded Slow Jams, a future #1 hit single. But the recording session didn't go so well. "In my mind, I'm thinking, this song is whack. He ain't gonna make it," said Foxx. "I begrudgingly sing the song, went off and did a bad movie for like 8 weeks, came back, and when I came back, the song was #1 in the country." While the actor thought all that was meant to happen at Diddy's parties was drinking, he later came to realize that there was more than that. Diddy reportedly organized sex parties and gay hookups in his events, and Foxx saw it all. And he is not alone. Other big names in the music industry who used to hang out with Diddy have also openly admitted to witnessing the atrocities the then Puffy undertook. You see, most people want to go to a celebrity after-party to rub shoulders and mingle with whichever stars are in the house. Fabulous has been to several events in his day, but it appears he feels some of those parties weren't all they were cracked up to be. The Brooklyn rapper recently took to his Instagram story to share some candid tales about him running off on his celebrity friends at their events. Sometimes the situation calls for an Irish exit, and it had to happen, according to Fab. The whole thing started after the ghetto Fabulous rapper asked his fans if they too have been pressured into attending an after-party when you really want to go home or back to the room, but you don't want to be the turn down to the turn up. "You ever got peer pressured into going to the afties?" Fab wrote. "You really want to go home or back to the room, but you don't want to be the turn down to the turn up." He also asked his Instagram followers, "One more question. You ever said you was going to the bathroom and left?" As fans contemplated his questions, Fabulous confessed to a pretty funny encounter with Diddy, who had Fabulous partying into the next morning. "I told Diddy I was going to the bathroom and slid once," he admitted. "It was 7 a.m. and this nigga was still turned." Diddy is known for his insane partying lifestyle, so Fabulous wanting to get out of there and go home makes sense. Fab also spoke about a similar situation where Mariah Carey had him up all night drinking wine after recording a verse. "I told Mariah I was going to move my car because it will get towed and skrrr," he explained. "It was 6 a.m. and my verse been done. We was just drinking wine and telling stories." Fab aside, West Coast lyricist Exhibit also revealed sometime back that Diddy took him to a gay club. The said incident occurred at a New Year's party in Miami while hanging out with Diddy and Carolina Superhead Steffens. In an interview with Sirius Satellite's Foxhole Radio, X began the strange story by saying, "Puffy calls me outside like, 'Yo, you know about the girl you with?' I was like, 'Yay, nigga, everybody know.' He's like, 'That's the devil, man.' I was like, 'What you mean she's the devil?' Then he's like, 'She'll videotape you with fingers in the booty.' I was like, 'What? What the fuck are you talking about?" After confronting Superhead about the incident, the notorious video vixen laughed in response and said she would explain later. "I guess he got some prior incident with her that he don't want nobody to know about," added Zibbit. Upon heading to a club with Diddy and Steffens on Puffy's invitation, things took a turn for the stranger in the West Coast rapper's story. "We get to this club and we walk in the back way. It's the VIP lounge, ain't nobody in there. The club is going, it's jumping, and I'm sitting there with Superhead," said X. "So then, Diddy is doing his business. We go down and get a drink. We sitting there bobbing to the music, and then Superhead points over to the corner. There are 2 dudes kissing. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Then she points in another direction, and there's another dude over there, butt-ass naked dancing." X said he was so surprised he left without telling Diddy. "We take off. We leave the club directly. I didn't say peace to nobody. It was suspect," he said. You can chalk it up to being in Miami or whatever, concluded Zibbit. But I've been in a gang of clubs. I ain't never mistakenly stepped into a club with that kind of activity. There it is. He concluded his story. Now imagine these people hung out with Diddy just a handful of times and witnessed all that. Guess what Jamie Foxx saw every time he used to record Diddy at his parties? The answer is simple. Wild. So wild that he is now lying in a hospital bed wishing he had never attended the parties. Well, that's it from us today. Until next time, thank you for watching.